the Cuyahoga County regular council meeting for Tuesday, October 28th, 2025 will please come to order. The time is just past 5 o'clock, and the clerk will please call the roll.
As a reminder to all in attendance, this meeting is being recorded and live streamed on the county's YouTube page. Calling the roll, Ms. Simon. Mr. Kelly.
Here.
Mr. Sweeney.
Present.
Mr. Castleberry.
Here.
Mr. Gallagher.
Here.
Mr. Schlepper.
Here.
Ms. Conwell.
Present.
Mr. Jones. Mr. Jones is absent at the moment. Ms. Turner.
Present.
Mr. Hauser.
Here.
Council President Miller.
Here.
You have a quorum.
Thank you very much. And I'm not going to read the full notifications about procedure and decorum, but just let everybody know that all of those things are still in effect. And particularly, I want to make note that that out of fairness to everyone, the 2-minute limit on public comment time will be strictly followed. And when you hear the bell, you need to conclude your remarks within 5 seconds. So that's just a few words to complete the thought that you were on. So I would now ask my colleagues and everyone in attendance to please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. One nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We now come to our moment of silent reflection. I would ask everyone to please join me in a moment of silent reflection on whatever thoughts or concerns are on your heart at this time.
Council President,
Yes.
let the record reflect that Councilmember Jones is in attendance.
Thank you very much. And the next item on our agenda is public comment. Has anybody signed in?
Isaiah Orr.
Good evening, Cuyahoga County Council members. My name is Isaiah Orr, and I'm a proud College Now alumni and former recipient of the Cuyahoga County Scholarship. The College Now program and scholarship provided me more than financial support. It was a message that someone believed in me, wanted to help me succeed, and invested in my future. For many students like me, College Now not only provided funding, it also provided hope and direction. Through their mentorship program, I was paired with professionals who guided me through the challenges of my college career and who genuinely cared about my future, and that made all the difference. College Now is there to help me stay focused, motivated, and on track when life's obstacles could have easily thrown me off. With student support services, they provided a forum that kept me encouraged and reminded me that I wasn't alone on this journey. Currently, I am proud to work as a bank auditor. Ironically, a part of my role is to assess institutions' efforts in giving back to their communities, something that College Now did for me and continues to do for others. The scholarship not only changes individual lives, it strengthens organizations, workplaces, and our entire Cuyahoga County community. Every student who succeeds because of this program represents a return on your investment, one that pays forward through leadership, service, and economic growth. I want to sincerely thank you for your continued support and urge you to keep investing in programs and scholarships like this. Because when you're not only funding a scholarship, you're fueling potential, transforming futures, and most importantly, shaping the next generation of leaders right here in Cuyahoga County. Thank you for your time.
Maya Hill. Maya Hill.
It's Mia. It's okay. Good afternoon, Cuyahoga County Council members. My name is Mia Hill, and I'm a proud College Now alumna and recipient of the Cuyahoga County Scholarship. I am 23 years old, hold 3 college degrees, and am currently pursuing a graduate certificate, all while remaining completely debt-free. That is the power of this program. As a first-generation college student from Cuyahoga County, I always dreamed of earning a college degree, but I wasn't sure how I could afford it or even where to start. The Cuyahoga County Scholarship through College Now changed that. It not only made my education financially possible, but it also gave me access to mentorship, academic guidance, and a support system that kept me motivated and accountable throughout my journey. Because of this investment, I was able to focus on my academics, graduate on time, and now build a career in higher education, where I help other first-generation middle and high school students find the same opportunities that were given to me. I am standing here today as living proof that this scholarship works. It opens doors, it changes families, and it builds a stronger, more educated community right here in Cuyahoga County. I strongly urge the council to continue funding the Cuyahoga County Scholarship so more students can achieve their dreams without the burden of debt. Thank you for your time and for your ongoing commitment to educational opportunities and equity in our county.
Norman Plonsky, Jr.
Hi, my name is Norman Plonsky, owner of Major Hooples, a family-run business for over 44 years in the flats next to the Irishtown Bend Park project. I am here to ask why such a good project refuses to have public parking close to it and has eliminated most of the public street parking that was there and has had a major financial impact on my business. I have tried to work with the Metro Parks and the city to find a solution that would work to have parking for my business and the public, but the Metro Park sees no need for parking. Since the Metro Park started their project by me, they have damaged and flooded my property and have eliminated over 60% of the public street parking. Metro Parks took the first 25 street parking spots on the north side of Franklin Road to make a 50-yard long bike path. Metro Parks sent a letter to ODOT justifying their actions, stating Hooples would have ample parking on the south side of Franklin all the way up to West 25th Street. They have now eliminated all that parking on the south side of Franklin by taking a 60-foot wide street down to 22 feet wide. I also suggested the vacant land across from Hooples that everyone has used for parking for over 40 years become a public parking lot, which I would help keep clean and safe for all to use, but the Metro Parks says not an option. So the plan now is to have a 50-yard bike path on Franklin Road, and 20 feet next to it, another bike path, and 20 feet next to it, another bike path, and then a boardwalk on the river. So yes, that is 3 paths, a boardwalk, all running parallel to each other in the area of half a football field. So I ask, can we make a parking lot there or eliminate the path on Franklin and bring back street parking so the public can enjoy the park and for my business to have the ability to survive? I request County Council President and my county representative to set up a meeting with the Metro Parks and others to help save parking so I can stay in business. Thank you. Any questions?
Thank you very
Taniqua
much.
Walker.
Council, I'm Taniqua Walker. I'm the owner of a Promise to Care East for-profit and a Promise to Care East nonprofit. We are a home care agency and a healthcare training group we just relocated from Lake County to Cuyahoga County. We relocated because there were diversity challenges in Lake County, and we just celebrated 7 years in business. I'm here today to ask, what is the line of communication and the expected feedback time to connect with Cuyahoga County?
So the public comment is not an interactive process.
Okay.
But after your remarks, you can check with our staff person, Trevor McAleer, or one of the other staff, and they can help you get connected.
Okay, thank you.
Michelle Scott Taylor.
Good evening. My name is Dr. Michelle Scott Taylor, and I'm here with several of my colleagues from College Now Greater Cleveland. Thank you for this opportunity to provide public comment today. We know that it's a very challenging time for the county and that both the executive and the council are being asked to make some very tough decisions. Like council is evaluating which budget cuts will have to be implemented, we want to underscore our gratitude for its support of CTAG and of the County Scholarship Program, and specifically the work that College Now does with each. Just like the council, we deeply believe that every county resident should be given the most opportunity to succeed in reaching their educational and career objectives. Our work helps to make that possible, and we would not have the reach and the ability to do so without continuing to receive the full allocations from council. Very briefly, CTAG allows College Now to facilitate and help recruit and take students on college and career exposure opportunities to colleges across Northeast Ohio, Cuyahoga County, and the state of Ohio. We work with CTAG linkage coordinators at various schools in Cuyahoga County, including Bedford, CMSD, including East Tech, Rhodes, Glenville, Cleveland Heights University Heights, East Cleveland, Garfield, Maple, and Warrensville. These schools were identified back in 2010 as CTAG schools due to their low graduation rates and received funding from the Race to the Top program. In 2018, the county acknowledged the success and importance of the program and expanded the funding for CTAG. The students participating in CTAGs are already classified as being at risk. Some of them have maybe failed 2 or more core classes, have been absent for more than 20% of the school year, received 5 or more days of out-of-school suspension, or are overaged in their current grade. Our exposure trips are in addition to the incredible work that the CTAG linkage coordinators are doing in the schools each day. Thank you so much, and we hope you would consider maintaining our allocation.
Josiah Quarles.
Good afternoon, Council. My name is Josiah Quarles. First, I'll start with a good thing. Thank you for reissuing the RFP and awarding funds for seasonal shelter. I believe, my understanding, that Nyack and Metanoia both received those funds, so though it wasn't as much as we want, we will make do, so thank you. On the other side of things, our county dollars are still funding the continued slaughter of Palestinians as the Knesset has voted to annex the West Bank and continued the ethnic cleansing while Trump's eyeing real estate opportunities in Gaza. That's what we're paying for. We're also paying for people to be murdered by sheriffs such as Tasha Grant, a double amputee at Metro Hospital, while the current budget cuts undercut children's services, the Adams Board, and homeless services. We're sitting with a North Point that it was the city's fault that the building fell into disrepair. But even as people are rallying to get that repaired and restore those 150 units of transitional housing, the county has rescinded those funds. Our federal government is on sabbatical. Our social safety net is under assault, including a 70% reduction in HUD funding for permanent supportive housing. A sales tax extension was passed without the consent of the constituency and without the votes of several members of this current council. You can uncouple the sales tax from the jail construction with a simple vote. That would free up an estimated $100 million per year. I'm not asking you to change your entire plans, but we are in a crisis and we need to respond to that crisis in kind. Thank you.
Lou.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
Sorry, here's Lou again. No matter I exist or not, Cuyahoga County has been around for a long time. We had glorious days, but newer people, younger people, do we see that? No, we don't. Why? Because our county has been pressured by the state politics, federal politics, even local politics. You have a good job to protect our taxpayers' money, but unfortunately, lots of time, we do see lots of the resolution coming up. They kind of force you to give them the money. Do you really have the backbone and the guts to protect our money, to put the money in the right places for the collective good, which actually is the ordinary people, people working hard, paying tax all year round, all decades around? Will you be able to take that as your responsibility to tell those entities, no, we are not doing your biddings. You have enough funding to move your stadium. You have enough money to do all the things you want to do. Even county as a tenant, we will do what we can. But you cannot force the county to make all the residents to suffer for something they have no way to have access, they cannot afford to have the access, and they can actually, die from it. Right now, because of the federal government shutdown, people will lose food. I think our money should be put into the health, human services, instead of those things which take the lives away from this county. Thank you very much.
Bob Durham.
Hello, members of council. My name is Bob Durham, and I'm the Chief Success Officer for College Now Greater Cleveland. I'm here to speak about the importance of your continued support for the scholarship program. This program has opened many doors for hundreds of students who might not have had the opportunity to pursue higher education. To date, we've awarded scholarships to more than 900 students from Cuyahoga County, each one a young person working hard to change their future and contribute to our community. These aren't just numbers. These represent nurses, teachers, engineers, and other professionals who are now giving back right here at home. The results speak for themselves. Through the 23-24 academic year, 78% of the scholarship recipients have either graduated from an Ohio college or are still enrolled at an Ohio college. It's an incredible achievement compared to national averages for similar student populations. This support is especially critical in Ohio, where students carry some of the highest student loan debt in the nation. The average balance of a college graduate in Ohio is over $34,000, eighth highest in the country. For many families, that kind of debt can be life-altering. It delays milestones like home ownership or starting a family. That's why your investment in scholarships and in the students behind them matters so deeply. It's not just tuition assistance. It's programs such as emergency funds, mental health services, and mentoring programs that connect them to professionals who guide them through college and into their careers. These wraparound support help ensure that students don't just start college, they finish it and go on to succeed. Your continued commitment makes this success possible. Thank you for believing in our students, strengthening our future of our community. Thank you.
Dale Snyder.
Hello, my name is Dale Snyder. Council, how are you? I come up here a little lighter today. Actually, I was speaking to my board and staff and to other foundations, and we know what's on the horizon on the first, and we know that there is a multitude of businesses that have some concerns about the government shutdown and how that affects the community. There is the community, of course, that has some concerns about that. Nonetheless, Roll Go Inc. would like to volunteer services to whatever efforts that you guys may be having in the community in your particular wards. Also, Kyrie's Cares Foundation. This is a young lady that has a foundation that helps support autism and just whatever the scope of that is in her lane. I don't know a whole bunch of details. Beautiful young lady has a great foundation. And also my brother with Kyrie's Cafe has volunteered also to be of some help, whatever the efforts are in our communities within your ward. His restaurant is closed Monday through Wednesday. So he said, whatever needs to be done, hey, let's get ahead of this thing. Let's be proactive. And there's anything that we can volunteer with, we are offering that service. Thank you all.
That concludes the public comment portion for tonight's meeting.
Thank you very much to everyone who presented their thoughts and concerns this evening. The next item on the agenda is the approval of the minutes from the October 14th, 2025 regular meeting. Do we have a motion?
So moved. Second.
Been moved and seconded to approve the minutes. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? The minutes are approved. I do not have any announcements at this time, and I will now ask the county executive for his announcements.
Thank you, Council President. Good evening, members of council, members of the public. Today is National Early Voting Day. Our Board of Elections is open till 8:30 p.m. tonight. We do encourage voters to get out and vote early at the new Board of Elections at 1803 Superior. I was there today with Vice President Conwell, and I just want to say to the County Council, thank you for the support to stand up a Board of Elections where our voters no longer stand in the rain and in colder weather. They queue up inside, and this facility located on Transit with ample parking really continues to underscore voter engagement and getting voters to our new Board of Elections. So whether you vote by mail, whether you drop off at the voting place or come into your new Board of Elections, please visit us and vote early. I also want to thank the students of Lakewood High School and their government class teachers and the principal for supporting their work in the Youth Summit, Your Vote, Your Voice competition. I want to thank all of the high schools that were engaged throughout Cuyahoga County through Tri-C, but the Lakewood students were acknowledged today because of their really tremendous community outreach to get messages of voting options for students who are 18 and those that are turning 18 and got that message out widespread throughout our community. So for their familiarization through social media, they were given the Your Vote, Your Voice award today by Cuyahoga County. So congratulations to students of Lakewood. I do want to say, as we all know, as the federal government is shut down, it has a deleterious effect on so many of our residents. Notably today, we can't say it enough, those who receive Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program dollars, which number about 190,000 persons in Cuyahoga County, are now in danger of their food pantry, their food shelves, their refrigerators being empty, simply because the President of the United States will not draw on USDA contingency funds to get the checks out. I, from this county at Cuyahoga County, implore the President of the United States to offer up contingency funding to make sure that Cuyahoggans and Americans and persons all throughout our country are fed. We've asked our governor to use funds that he has to his avail to get monies to us, to our food banks, so that we can get people fed. Section 127.19 of the Ohio Revised Code allows for emergency purpose contingency funds that the Office of Budget Management at the state of Ohio has recently reported has a surplus of $291 million. It's a rainy day fund, and it is raining. It is storming. We need the monies to come through to simply get our residents fed. I thank our members of the media who've pressed on and reported on these subjects, but this is crunch time. November 1st, this Saturday, is the first day that the federal government shutdown will affect SNAP recipients throughout the month of November. If they do not reopen and these funds do not come back to our residents in Cuyahoga County and across the country, people will start to go hungry. In this county, we are still here working. We've put together the hunger response team. I appreciate the gentleman from business offering to help. That's what it's going to take. Everybody to act like we are in COVID with a hunger response. We will be developing committees to afford community awareness and communications, Simply, we want people to know where they can go. When they are at a grocery store like we were at Dave's in Chester and 61st Street, and the EBT card says there's nothing on the card, the clerk needs to know where to let somebody go, where to let them go and where to advise them to go. In our advocacy, we're going to build a committee that continues to lean in on the federal government and the state to say this is unacceptable, that our residents need to eat. And finally, we will have a work activation and opportunities committee because, as we know, federal rules are changing as it relates to SNAP and Medicaid, to which we have over a fourth of our population in Cuyahoga County serviced by Medicaid and SNAP. For now, council members, we need your help. We are advising persons to call 211, the United Way hotline, and obviously to seek their local food bank and the hunger pantries, the food pantries as a part of the Hunger Network. I thank the many nonprofits in this community that are helping us on the front line. And I know I share, as you do, concerns that our county budget is in rough times. And we're doing everything we can to keep our front line together. But it is hard, as many of the residents have just, and advocates for our nonprofits that are on the front line have rightly advocated for their organizations. In triage of need, though, today we are focused on food. We are focused on imploring the federal government, the President of the United States, to release funds that he can release out of the U.S. Department of Agriculture to get our residents fed. And the same of the governor. If the federal government can't do it with a surplus of $291 million, you can, Governor DeWine. I have many other things to say. I wanted to shout out, I appreciate many of you were at the State of the County. I have a long list of county departments that have received national awards this year. I think I'm going to skip that just in the order of the day and the business you've got before you. But I just wanted to say to council, thank you for the support of our county departments, from IT to DCFS to fiscal to Invest in Children to Consumer Affairs to the Treasurer's Office, the County IT Department, Child Support Services, Development Office, Sustainability, and HR. They all received recognition by a national, state, or local award representatives. This government is working, this government is open, and this government stands for our residents. When the federal government is shut, we are not. On a lighter note, I wanted to welcome the National Rails to Trails Conservancy is having its national conference here in Cleveland. They do a biennial national conference. They're with us yesterday and today because Cuyahoga County has doubled down on really making this a trail networked county. And thank you, County Council, for your partnership in that. We have over 800 miles of trails that we have planned to connect all of our residents to a trail for their own health and wellness and for their enjoyment. So welcome again, the National Rails to Trails Conservancy. And thank you, Council President, members of council.
Thank you very much, Executive Ronayne. Legislation introduced by council. Consideration of resolutions of council for first reading and referral to committee.
Resolution 2025-0300, awarding a total sum not to exceed $25,000 to Flats Forward, Inc. for the Flats Revitalization Project from the District 3 ARPA Community Grant Fund.
Refer to the committee of the whole.
Resolution 2025-0301, awarding a total sum not to exceed $45,000 to the City of Beechwood for the Deer Sterilization Program from the District 11 ARPA Community Grant Fund.
Refer to the Education, Environment, and Sustainability Committee. Committee reports and consideration of resolutions of council for second reading. Each of these items, after being read into the record, will move to the November 12, 2025 council agenda for consideration for third reading adoption.
Resolution 2025-0274, authorizing an amendment to a resolution in an amount not to exceed $250,000 to the Murtis Taylor Human Services System for the relocation of the Students of Promise Prentice Place Transitional Living Project from the District 8 ARPA Community Grant Fund. Resolution 2025-0287, awarding a total sum not to exceed $25,000 to Road Gold, Inc. for the Recidivism on a Decline program from the District 3 ARPA Community Grant Fund. Resolution 2025-0288, awarding a total sum not to exceed $25,000 to the Spanish American Committee for the Little Footsteps Bilingual Child Enrichment Center project from the District 3 ARPA Community Grant Fund. Resolution 2025-0290, adopting various changes to the Cuyahoga County Non-Bargaining Classification Plan.
Consideration of resolutions of council for third reading adoption.
Resolution 2025-0273, awarding a total sum not to exceed $10,000 to the Mayor via Foundation for the purchase and renovation of 3212 Fulton Road from the District 3 ARPA Community Grant Fund.
So moved.
Second.
This is some gap funding to help get this building in order to take care of the families that are in most need. So I'd ask my colleagues to support this.
All those in favor of adoption say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Resolution is adopted.
Resolution 2025-0275, awarding a total sum not to exceed $5,000 to the Friends of the Hen Mansion, Inc. for the repair of the Hen Mansion's chimneys project from the District 11 ARPA Community Grant Fund.
We heard this in committee. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Move to adopt.
Second.
We heard this in committee. It's a great project in District 11. I ask my colleagues to support.
All those in favor of adoption say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Resolution is adopted. Committee report and consideration of an ordinance of council for second reading.
Ordinance 2025-0006, amending Section 206.13 of the Cuyahoga County Code to remove the term limits for Commission on Human Rights members.
This item will move to the November 12, 2025 council agenda for consideration for third reading adoption. Consideration of an ordinance for third reading adoption.
Ordinance 2025-0005, amending Sections 303.1, 303.3, and 303.6 of the Cuyahoga County Code to update and clarify the Cuyahoga County Civil Service Plan to ensure consistency with the Charter of Cuyahoga County and the administrative rules of the Personnel Review Commission.
So moved.
Second.
This is a regular review. The first portion of it is probationary employees are allowed to be considered for promotions, and second is in regards to the ranking of civil service. There was some discussion about having military points, not part of it. However, that was not inaccurate. The only part is military points are not part of the tie breaking. So it's just a tie. It just makes it, you get points for being on the military, but if it's equal, they choose whoever they deem most suitable for the job. So I ask my colleagues to support this.
All those in favor of adoption say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? The ordinance is adopted. Legislation introduced by executive consideration of rules for first reading adoption under suspension of the rules. May I have a motion to suspend the rules regarding referral to committee and three readings?
Mr. President, I move to suspend the rules.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to suspend the rules. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? The rules are suspended.
Resolution 2025-0302, amending the 2024-2025 biennial operating budget for 2025 by providing for additional fiscal appropriations, appropriation transfers, and cash transfers.
Move to adopt.
Second. Before us today is a resolution which makes mid-biennium adjustments to the 2025 operating budget. We have a proposed substitute for this item. Items AG and AJ will be held for further discussion. The allocations are both in the Sheriff Department's budget and will be addressed during their budget hearing on Monday, November 3rd. The remainder of the changes are routine but essential to keep county operations running smoothly and in compliance with grant and program requirements. Most of the adjustments are appropriation increases, transfers, and cash transfers to align spending with current operational needs, staffing levels, and ongoing grant activity. A few highlights. The Housing and Community Development Committee will use department will use an additional $1.38 million and federal emergency rental assistance funds before the grant closes next fall. No local match is required for that. The Public Safety and Justice Services includes modest increases for the Fusion Center, the Family Justice Center, and 911 operations, funded largely through dedicated revenue and grants. The Sheriff's Department accounts for the largest adjustment, about $11.5 million, primarily for personnel costs tied to staffing in the jail and patrol unit overtime costs. Although this was in the mid-year projections, we knew eventually an additional appropriation was going to be needed for this. The juvenile court has several increases totaling roughly $3.7 million to cover personnel and operating expenses. Health and Human Services includes increases for children and family services and senior and adult services, largely covered by federal Title 4E funds and the HHS levy. Finally, the fiscal office will transfer $35 million from the real estate assessment fund back to local taxing authorities. So overall, this resolution ensures departments have the resources to meet year-end needs, maintain essential services, and to stay in compliance with all other funding requirements. I urge my colleagues to support this resolution.
Is there a motion to accept the proposed substitute, which removes the two sheriff's office items for further consideration?
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to accept the proposed substitute. Any further discussion on the substitute? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? The substitute is accepted and becomes the version of the resolution before the council. Is there any further discussion on the question of accepting the resolution as substituted? Hearing none, all those in favor of accepting the proposed resolution as substituted on its merits, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The resolution is adopted.
Council President, could I have clarification of who seconded?
Who seconded on the substitute?
I know that Conwell was first, but I didn't hear second. Thank you. Resolution 2025-0303, approving a proposed settlement in the matter of Joseph Rosalina Esquire, Special Administrator of the estate of Mark L. Turner versus Metro Health et al. United States District Court, Northern District of Ohio, Eastern Division, case number 123 CV 2147.
Move to adopt.
Second.
This resolution was discussed in the executive session. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Resolution is adopted. Consideration of resolutions for first reading and referral to committee.
Resolution 2025-0304, authorizing the issuance and sale of general obligation bond anticipation notes in a principal amount not to exceed $14,220,000 in anticipation of the issuance of bonds to retire outstanding bond anticipation notes issued to provide funds for the purpose of paying the costs of constructing, renovating, improving, or repairing sports facilities, including specifically major capital repairs to such sports facilities, together with all necessary appurtenances and work incidental thereto, and to pay the costs of issuance in connection therewith.
Refer to committee of the whole.
Resolution 2025-0305, authorizing an amendment to a revenue-generating agreement number 50 with the City of Cleveland to lease space located at 1300 Ontario Street in the City of Cleveland for the period October 2nd, 2018 through October 1st, 2025, to extend the time period to October 1st, 2026, and for additional revenue in the anticipated amount not to exceed $2,685,075.50. Effective upon signatures of all parties.
Refer to the Public Safety and Justice Affairs Committee.
Resolution 2025-0306, making an award on requisition 16254 to United Survey, Inc. in the amount not to exceed $3,642,859 for the 2025 Sewer Rehabilitation Program for various county sewer districts, effective upon signatures of all parties for a period of 3 years.
Refer to the Public Works Procurement and Contracting Committee.
Resolution 2025-0307, authorizing an amendment to a master contract with various providers for a summer youth employment program for low-income TANF-eligible youth, ages 14 through 24, for the period November 1st, 2024 through December 31st, 2025, to extend the time period to October 31st, 2026, to amend the budget terms and for additional funds in the total amount not to exceed $6,011,175.95, effective January 1st, 2026, for contract vendors A through B.
Refer to the Education, Environment, and Sustainability Committee.
Resolution 2025-0308, authorizing an amendment to a contract with the Salvation Army for supportive services for homeless men in the Pickup Assessment Sheltering Service Transitional Housing Program for the period October 1st, 2023 through September 30th, 2025, to extend the time period to September 30th, 2026, to amend the budget terms and for additional funds in the amount not to exceed $834,302, effective upon all signatures on October 1st, 2025.
Refer to the Health, Human Services, and Aging Committee. Committee reports and consideration of resolutions for second reading. Each of these items, after being read into the record, will move to the November 12, 2025 council agenda for consideration for third reading adoption.
Resolution 2025-0294, confirming the county executive's reappointment of Kenneth A. Bravo to serve on the Cuyahoga County Archives Advisory Commission for the term December 1st, 2025 through November 30th, 2029. Resolution 2025-0295, confirming the county executive's reappointment of Chris H. Garrett to serve on the Cuyahoga County Archives Advisory Commission for the term December 1st, 2025 through November 30th, 2029. Resolution 2025-0296, authorizing a revenue-generating agreement with the City of Middleburg Heights in the amount not to exceed $1,487,562 for maintenance and repair of sanitary and storm sewer and pumping stations located in County Sewer District Number 8, effective upon signatures of all parties.
Committee reports and consideration of resolutions for second reading adoption under suspension of rules. Do I have a motion to suspend the rule requiring 3 readings?
Mr. President, I move to suspend the rules.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to suspend the rules. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? The rules are suspended.
Resolution 2025-0297, authorizing a contract with Signature Health, Inc. in the amount not to exceed $760,753 for the Adult Drug Court Expansion Project to provide case management and counseling services to offenders with serious mental health conditions and substance use disorders for the period October 1st, 2024 through September 29th, 2029.
Move to adopt. Second. Mr. President, this was heard in committee and recommendation is passed.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Resolution is adopted.
Resolution 2025-0298, making an award on requisition 16156 to Mental Health Services for Homeless Persons, Inc., doing business as Frontline Service in the amount not to exceed $1,110,000 for the Children Exposed to Violence program for the period December 1st, 2025 through November 30th, 2027.
Move to adopt. Second. Mr. President, also heard in committee and recommendation was passage.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? The resolution is adopted. The next item needs to be further amended, and the amendment still needs to be worked out. So after it's read into the record, if there is no objection, the item is going to be referred back to the Public Safety and Justice Affairs Committee.
Resolution 2025-0299, authorizing an amendment to a contract with the Metro Health System for correctional health care services for the Cuyahoga County Jail System for the period May 9th, 2019 through October 31st, 2025, to extend the time period to March 31st, 2026, for additional funds in the amount not to exceed $12,656,572 for a total amount not to exceed $140,821,683.
Refer back to the Public Safety and Justice Affairs Committee. Consideration of resolutions for third reading adoption.
Resolution 2025-0278, confirming the county executive's reappointment of the Honorable Mayor Gregory P. Kurtz to serve on the Cuyahoga County Planning Commission, representing the Cuyahoga region for the term January 1st, 2026 through December 31st, 2028.
So moved. Mayor Kurtz came and presented. We're just very, very lucky to have Mayor Kurtz willing participation. I just want to give a shout out to the executive for choosing him, and I know we're in good hands, and this is his second term. So I ask my colleagues to support this.
All those in favor of adoption, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Resolution is adopted.
Resolution 2025-0279, confirming the county executive's reappointment of the Honorable Mayor Georgine Wheelo to serve on the Cuyahoga County Planning Commission, representing the Hillcrest region for the term January 1st, 2026 through December 31st, 2028.
So moved.
Second.
I'm going to defer, but then make comments after my colleague from the 11th District, because I know what a wonderful relationship you have with the Honorable.
Oh, thank you so much. No, Mayor Wheelo is a great asset to the Planning Commission, and I'm happy the executive is putting her forth for reappointment. I want to add my name. She adds a lot to the Planning Commission meetings, and a lot that we've done in South Euclid, it can be implemented throughout the county.
And through the chair to my colleagues, one fun fact that I learned about South Euclid, 20 years ago, the average age of the residents was 59 to 62. Right now, it is 35 to 41. Kind of blew my mind. That's the direction she's leading, and hopefully the county will continue and move in that direction as well. So thank you. I ask my colleagues to support this.
So please add Councilwoman Simon's name, and all those in favor of adoption, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? The resolution is adopted.
Resolution 2025-0282, authorizing an amendment to a contract with H.H. Golden Gate LLC for lease of office space in Golden Gate Shopping Center, located at 6420 Mayfield Road in the city of Mayfield Heights, for the period October 1st, 2015 through December 31st, 2025, to exercise an option to extend the time period to December 31st, 2030, to change the terms and for additional funds in the amount not to exceed $549,135.20, effective August 21st, 2025.
Move to adopt. Second. This item was heard in committee. Again, it authorizes a little more than $500,000 for the leasing of office space. It allows this entity to remain with like businesses in this shopping area for the community's benefit. And I ask for my colleagues' support.
All those in favor of adoption, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Resolution is adopted.
Resolution 2025-0283, authorizing a contract with Johnson Controls, Inc. in the amount not to exceed $2,618,567 for a joint cooperative purchase of preventative maintenance and repair services for HVAC, fire alarm, and security systems at various county locations for the period November 1st, 2025 through December 31st, 2028.
Is there a motion to adopt?
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor of adoption say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Resolution is adopted.
Resolution 2025-0285, authorizing a contract with Cyclomedia Technology, Inc. in the amount not to exceed $2,588,000 for a joint cooperative purchase of high-resolution street-level cyclorama imagery and LiDAR for measurement of structures for the fiscal office's appraisal process, effective upon signatures of all parties through December 31st, 2030.
Move to adopt.
Second.
This was heard in committee. This is new technology to stream our appraisal process as a county. They gave a really incredible presentation to us. I ask for my colleagues' support here.
All those in favor of adoption, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Resolution is adopted.
Resolution 2025-0286, making a sole source award on requisition 16046 to InfoPro Computer Solutions in the amount not to exceed $2,490,000 for maintenance and support, system documentations, training, and related products and services for the Buckeye Case Management and Computer Network Systems for the period January 1st, 2026 through December 31st, 2030.
Move to adopt.
Second.
So again, this was also heard in committee. This is for the Buckeye Case Management System. This is a renewal for the Court of Appeals. They've been very pleased with this, and they would like to move forward. I ask for my colleagues' support with this.
All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Resolution is adopted. Consideration of an ordinance for first reading and referral to committee.
Ordinance 2025-0007, enacting Section 202.11 of the County Code to establish a building department under the supervision of the county executive and the fiscal officer, to exercise enforcement authority of, and to accept and approve construction documents and conduct inspections in accordance with the rules of the State of Ohio Board of Building Standards relating to both residential and non-residential construction within the county.
Refer to the committee of the whole. We now come to miscellaneous committee reports, and I'll start with Councilman Kelly.
There are no economic development issues to bring to the committee, so we will not have a meeting. HR appointments will meet at its regularly scheduled time.
Safety, Tuesday, 1 o'clock.
Operations, IT, and Transportation will not be meeting.
Health and Human Services, November 5th, Wednesday, 1 p.m.
Public Works will meet Wednesday, November 5th at 10 a.m. to deal with the items referred today.
Finance and Budgeting will meet on Monday, November 3rd at 1 p.m., the Committee of the Whole.
Community Development and Housing will not be meeting.
Education Environment, Wednesday at 3 o'clock, November 5th.
Thank you very much.
I would just like to make a note, Council President, that the next council meeting, the regular council meeting, will be held on Wednesday, November 12th, 5 p.m.
That's in honor of the Veterans Day on the previous day. So is there any miscellaneous business?
Mr. President,
Yes.
it's that time of year again. The OHSAA football playoffs start Friday, Halloween evening. Throw the records out. If you're in, you're in. You got a shot. I think we could get 3 or 4 state titles back to Northeast Ohio. So good luck to all of our teams. We're going to be sending hopefully down to Canton.
Okay, go Northeast Ohio sports teams. Any other miscellaneous business? Hearing none, we stand adjourned.